Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go double Dutch here at the 2018 Gibraltar Darts Trophy. We introduce to the stage a three-time World Championship quarter-finalist, a UK Open finalist, the former Austrian Darts Open champion. Give it up for the Dutch destroyer, Vincent van der Voort. We now introduce the world number one, a two-time Gibraltar Darts Trophy champion, the newly crowned Premier League and World Cup of Darts champion. He's the former two-time champion of the world, mighty Michael van Gerwen.
An entertaining evening already here at the Gibraltar Darts Trophy has seen a sublime performance from the rock star Joe Cullen for starters, 107 averaging, seeing off Darius Labanauskas. Michael Smith, the defending champion, though, is heading home, beaten by Jermaine Watermena. And the world champion Rob Cross produced a stunning fight back against Cristo Reyes to win that one 6-5, but it might be about to get even better, as the world number one, a two-time world champion, a two-time Gibraltar Darts Trophy champion, Michael van Gerwen, makes his way to the stage. And the best man at his wedding on stage alongside him, against him. The best man in the commentary box too. But enough about me, Chris Murphy. Welcome, Rob Malarkey.
Thank you very much indeed for those glowing words of praise, Chris. Thank you very much. Yes, Michael van Gerwen aiming this weekend to rack up a quarter century of European Tour titles, something I mentioned to him, the prospect of that I mentioned to him when I bumped into him earlier.
Ladies and gentlemen, first leg is Vincent to throw first. Game on.
But van Gerwen says he doesn't pay too much attention to statistics. We've heard that before.
He
Damn,
does.
yeah, he does, yeah.
He's a bigger numbers man than the calculator Kirk Bevins, officiating this contest between two best friends, but focus has shifted from the chitter-chatter in the practice
140
to the business in hand for Michael van Gerwen.
Yeah, 24 titles to his name on the Euro Tour throughout his illustrious career for Michael van Gerwen, after he claimed his fifth successive Dutch Darts Masters title in Zwolle last month. Since Zwolle, of course, 24. Michael van Gerwen has regained his Premier League crown, and with Raymond van Barneveld last weekend successfully defended the World Cup for the Netherlands as well.
121.
So it's been a busy time for Michael van Gerwen. Of course, he had the World Series in Gelsenkirchen as well.
Looking to make
139.
5 out of 7 on the European Tour this year. The other winners, Johnny Clayton and Max Hopp, who will meet tomorrow in the last 16.
Well, when you look at it,
he's actually 177.
He's actually won 7 of the last 8 European Tour events that he's entered, because he was absent for both Riesa at the end of last year and also for Graz earlier this year.
22.
Yep, Vincent van der Voort there, 177, leaving a curious double.
Yeah,
cleans it up in the end and takes the first leg.
Vincent van der Voort, first. Game on.
Who's cheered on by his biggest fan
140.
in the Gibraltar Darts Trophy this weekend. Had the Vincent shirt on yesterday too.
He supports everyone, that monkey. Bennett Burgess, he supports Wade.
60.
Peter Wright.
I mean, you can't exactly accuse him of being a glory supporter when he's tackling, when he's backing Vincent
140.
against the Green Machine, Michael van Gerwen. But Vincent van der Voort did beat MVG in Dublin at the Players' Championships last year. 6-5 win. He said in his interview yesterday with Dan on stage that he thrashed Michael van Gerwen 6-5 in that match. He said it was a last match. Actually, Vincent, there has been one in between, and you did get
134.
Yeah, that was in Wigan, wasn't it?
4 wins from 20 matches he has against Michael van Gerwen, but most of them, the other 3, came sort of pre-2012, pre-peak MVG.
Yeah. Their last meeting on the
55
European Tour was at the European Darts Open last year in the second round. Van Gerwen came through that one 6-0. So there's another omen for Van der Voort, who hits back with a ton 80. Might all be in vain. He's still not down to a finish. Van Gerwen looking at double 16.
On the second leg, Michael van Gerwen. The leg is Vincent to throw first. Game on.
VVDV has had a 180 and a 177, but 1-all on the scoreboard is the important statistic, the important numbers.
140.
He did have a match yesterday, of course, beat Barry Bates 6-3, and he posted some decent numbers himself there, Vincent van der Voort, a 96 average.
93.
The win against the Welshman Barry Bates.
Gerwen has won this title before, 2 occasions.
96.
He's won the crown in Gibraltar as well. 4 European Tour titles this year, 6 last year, 6 in 2016, 5 in 2015.
140.
And 3 others to boot as well, his first coming in 2013.
Van der Voort on 265.
140.
Lets himself down to 125. Something of a champagne shot. One he might need to take out.
174.
Michael van Gerwen is bearing down
125.
on a break of throw in this leg.
Well, he's no stranger to champagne moments. He's conjured up a few on the European Tour of late. He loves a bullseye, double 16, for example.
49.
Which I've seen him do on the European
94.
stage.
94 then, it'll be treble 18, now double 18, now double 18 again.
54.
Oh, sorry, double top.
Fifth in Uruguay, 76.
Just like a double finish, because there is the option there of going for the bullseye, isn't there?
Tops then for Van der Voort for a 2-1 lead.
36.
Not to be.
40.
And Van Gerwen has a great chance to break the Van der Voort throw here. Double 10.
Oh,
20.
Missed the chance. I'm going to just call into question the route on that 94 finish in a moment. We'll just see if Vincent van der Voort can make him pay for that string of missed darts at double.
Yeah, show on the third leg.
And he does, yeah, that 94 finish. So he goes,
Michael to throw first. Game on.
He does it every time. This is Michael van Gerwen's MO. Goes for treble 18. Should he miss, then it's double 18 for double top, which we saw him attempt. However, if you go for the bullseye with your first dart and hit the 25, you can guarantee yourself a dart at the ball to win the leg. Now, Michael van Gerwen did hit the double 18, so he got a dart at double for the leg. But I know that Wayne Mardle and other pundits and ex-dart players with much more expertise than you or I would say it's a completely wrong shot to go for that 94, because you're not guaranteeing yourself that chance.
134.
It happened that Michael van Gerwen lost the leg, not because of the choice of route, but because he missed 4 darts.
Yeah, I think it's one of John Gwynn's theorems as well, that any finish or any target between 85 and 95, irrespective of what it is, it should always be the bullseye first. He made a really good case for it one day in commentary. Just laid it out. Very simple to understand.
103.
Layman's terms.
170.
Well, Vincent van der Voort will be hoping to go for the bullseye last in this visit.
145.
Well, it was almost going to be. That would have been a champagne moment that we alluded to earlier.
Yeah, shot on the fourth leg.
But as it is, well, van der Voort could so easily have found himself 3-1 to the good.
Game on.
Instead, it's 2 apiece. Good match this so far. Well, it didn't take long to get going, did it? The touch paper was lit very early, and here's another indication. 2 players who know each other inside out.
Really going at it. The Dutch duo.
100.
Producing some strong stuff.
Good to see as well from Vincent, because this year on the Pro Tour and the Players' Championship circuit, he's had 6 first-round defeats, 5 second-round defeats. So he could certainly do with a good weekend on the European Tour. He's not had too many of those of late either. This is his 3rd appearance on the European Tour this
140.
year. Hasn't gone beyond the 2nd round so far. That was at the European Darts Grand Prix, where he was beaten 6-5 by Rob Cross. That said,
140.
he did have a sluggish start last year as well, and despite not going beyond the 2nd round in any of his first 10 Players' Championship events in 2017, he was a comfortable qualifier for November's finals in Minehead in the end, thanks to a couple of last 8 appearances in Dublin at the end of September. So it came good eventually for him. Van der Voort looking at 138 now.
98.
And that leaves tops.
164.
So Van Gerwen will not be threatening just yet.
64.
And Van der Voort will have 3 clear darts at tops for a 3-2 lead. And on we go, or on we will go, should he take it out.
Yeah, Sean the
And he does, and that's a really good accomplished dart from Vincent van der Voort, because every time he's got Michael van Gerwen breathing down his neck, and he's still had to come up with the
100
necessary points to just keep Van Gerwen at arm's length here. Only had a couple of final day appearances last year on the European Tour as well. But on the evidence of what we are seeing so far, this could well be
140.
Potential upset for Vincent van der Voort. 180 to kick off leg 6. 4 perfect darts. And the dream dies
137.
Yeah, but 5 out of 6 against the darts. Vincent van der Voort taking the game to Michael van Gerwen, but often when that happens,
140.
Michael van Gerwen moves through the gears, and after 9 darts, he's down to 1-2-1.
$168.
This is superb.
121.
Vincent van der Voort on a 10-darter.
107.
Michael van Gerwen almost snatched the chance to finish it off away from VVDV. Has he got the nerve?
8.
Certainly got the talent.
14.
Well, I was just about to talk about the averages. We'll do that in a moment. The averages have dipped for Van der Voort as a result of that missed visit.
10.
But there's another missed visit for Van Gerwen as well.
Require 8.
Which is something of a surprise. That's usually the sort of chance that he gobbles up without too much invitation or too much standing on ceremony. That was a long way inside. 2-2 for Van der Voort. That's better.
Vincent van der Voort. 7 leg is Vincent,
and Vincent van der Voort, with the break, leads 4-2. He's averaging just over 100. It was about 106 not too long ago, but then he had those missed darts at doubles. He won't be caring too much about those right now. Van Gerwen likewise averaging just over 100 as well, despite the fact he's only got 2 out of 10 on his doubles so far. Well, Rob Cross, the world champion, was very nearly knocked out just a few minutes ago by Christo Reyes. He dodged a bullet there. Michael van Gerwen is looking to dodge a similar bullet here, perhaps.
100.
Michael van Gerwen has got his family here with him to watch him in this tournament.
140.
So it was a nightmare draw, wasn't it, to take on his best mate?
Their baby's growing up fast, by the way. Just had a peek in the pram just a few moments ago.
Yep, Zoe.
60.
Life moves fast.
Michael van Gerwen's wife, Daphne, is actually in the back around the venue here. You can see from our commentary.
96.
Showing off the baby. I'm not sure she's aware of what's occurring on the stage. She'll come back and assume that her husband has done the usual demolition job on his opponent, but it might not be the case, because Vincent van der Voort is only 2 legs away
40.
from seeing off the world #1 here.
Well, Van der Voort is in the position now where he just has to maintain these high standards, and there is the
180.
inevitable prospect of Van der Voort dipping. and Michael van Gerwen finding an extra gear, and there were signs of that there. Van der Voort, though, coming good again, perhaps.
100.
Just a ton.
Likely require 45.
45 then. It'll be 13 for double 16.
Ish on the 7th
More like it on the doubles from Michael van Gerwen. He was 2 from 10. He's now 3 from 11. And he needs to sharpen those figures up, but Michael van Gerwen, being Michael van Gerwen, is obviously capable of doing that.
That's one break of throw.
96.
Would need another. To topple Vincent van der Voort.
Winner of this to face Andy Bolton in the last 16 tomorrow. In what would be, I think, the first match of the day as well.
Yep.
As we follow the draw bracket.
180!
Yeah, Gerwen's turning the screw, isn't he?
He certainly is. He has certainly raised the tempo. There's a bit of a pulse here now for Michael van Gerwen. He wasn't really in danger of flatlining, but he certainly got going. And he's in the red stuff once again. Look at this, Michael van Gerwen.
180!
Just moving through the gears now. And in the blink of an eye, he's down to 45 again. He took out 45 before. To get himself back on terms.
140. Likely require 45.
A little bit of pressure from Vincent van der Voort.
Action replays it.
Carbon copy.
On the 8th leg, Michael van Gerwen.
Great to watch this. Really good match.
First. Game on.
Van Gerwen 4-2 down, back on terms. Just feeling the heat a little bit here, Michael van Gerwen, but he'll be breathing a little bit easier now. But then again, Vincent van der Voort can come good again. Well, this is really stretching the vocal cords of Kurt Bevins, isn't it?
That's classy. That's gutsy from Vincent van der Voort. You get the feeling if he's going to have an opportunity to win this match, he has to win this leg. 4
perfect darts. Make that 5. Plenty of room down the middle as well. He's gone to the left-hand corner. And on the day that saw the elimination of Ross Smith, the curse of Ross Smith could well be lifted. Could it possibly be?
Well, this was the scene of the crime that ended all 9 darters on the European Tour. Ross Smith hitting one in Gibraltar. And we get excited for no real reason. Back-to-back 180s though from Vincent van der Voort. In the bigger picture, the context of this match, with a sensational leg of darts.
Yeah. 92.
And he could be on for an 11-darter anyway, which would be more than music to his ears.
If he doesn't take it out, in fact, he doesn't even get a dart double, then Van Gerwen could clinch it with an 11-darter of his own.
Well, that's astonishing, isn't it? Michael van Gerwen, look at that.
On the 9th
absolutely
Michael van Gerwen.
Brutal from van Gerwen. It looked all the world as though Van der Voort was going to re-establish a 5-4 lead there, but Michael van Gerwen just popping up with devastating timing to take out that 90.
57.
Well, it is an absolutely sublime performance from MVG. Vincent van der Voort is averaging well over a ton. Michael van Gerwen is looking to post even higher than that what Joe Cullen produced earlier on. 108 at the moment is average. It's just dropped because of that previous visit, but it's going to be back around there after this.
Look at this.
180!
More than a toning for that opening 56 there, Michael van Gerwen with a ton 80. And all of a sudden, Vincent van der Voort is trying to just catch his breath and trying to play catch-up here as well. Oh, Michael van Gerwen. Down to a finish
100
of 164.
Now Vincent's going to need to fill it up. Get himself on a checkout. Oh, and he did everything he could.
120.
But one of the darts rejected.
And
Vincent van der Voort may feel dejected in a few moments' time because he's given everything. It's the best we've seen him play for a while.
Well, it's a typical Michael van Gerwen performance, this. Just when there were 1 or 2 doubts, 1 or 2 question marks, when he was under pressure, that's when he comes good.
140.
Under a little bit more pressure now as a result of that from van der Voort, but maybe, just maybe, van Gerwen can come up with the answers once again. He's got 2 darts at tops here for a 6-4 win and a passage into the last 16. And Michael van Gerwen sees off once again Vincent van der Voort, his best friend. No friends on stage, but a nice handshake to round things off between these two. 4 legs on the bounce for Michael van Gerwen, who remains on course for a 25th European Tour title here in Gibraltar this weekend. The two-time champion marches on to face Andy Bolton in the last 16 tomorrow. And what about that on the averages as well? I will just quickly refresh the screen after the final visit from Michael van Gerwen. I can tell you that the average was just under 108. We'll clarify that in due course, but however you look at it, that was a very, very good performance, a very strong, a very commanding performance by Michael van Gerwen. But every credit as well to Vincent van der Voort for his part he played in what was a really good tussle in the second round. Let's grab a quick word with the world number one.
Vincent made you put in some stunning stuff towards the end of that match to win it.
Yeah, not only on the end of the match. I think he did well all game through. This was a Vincent I didn't see for a long time, and I think he's on a good way back. He put it under pressure wherever he could. He made some very sore mistakes, I think, for 5-2, I think. But yeah, I think it was a phenomenal game, and you only can dream about games like this. You know what I mean? It's very hard for us to play each other because everyone knows we are good mates. But you still have to do it because on the stage the game goes on and you have to perform well.
This is a family outing for the Van Gerwen clan this weekend, isn't it? You've got the parents here, Daphne's here. I mean, everybody's here. It's a bit different playing in front of everybody rather than knowing they're back home watching, isn't it?
I didn't do too bad tonight. Of course, I need to wait for my holiday, so one more day to go.
One more day to go. This man could well claim this title yet again. Michael van Gerwen, the world number one. A stunning display to see off Vincent van der Voort.